Thank you for joining us today. This is the Living Large Theater podcast. I'm Gary Rodriguez, Billy Santiago, and super producer Noe Ayala. Billy is off today. Took a tumble, and now he is recuperating. He's down to one paw, at least for now. Billy, Godspeed, get better. We'll be here when you get ready to come us. Living Large Theater podcast admission is free. All you need is a sense of humor and a thirst for entertainment. This is the fastest growing podcast in America, and it's a great day throughout our region, our state, our nation, and the world. Donald Trump over in China meeting with President Xi. I don't know how you get Xi out of XI, but okay, go Donald. I tell you what, man, I'm going to coin a term here from Greg Gutfeld. We don't deserve him. We don't. He puts you first. Yeah, he says stupid shit, but what are we going to do about it? He gets things done. And I've got a friend up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area who's always claiming Trump lies. So I put him on the spot. I said, you know what? Tell me one lie that has been proven to be a lie that Trump has said. And all I heard from him was absolutely cricket. So President Trump, we thank you. And in my opinion, I only speak for myself, unless I say I'm speaking for Billy and Noe, of which I'm not right now. I'm speaking for myself. We don't deserve him. Donald Trump, President of the United States, soon to be President of the entire world. I want to thank our sponsors, Ward Thomas, Majestic Studios, Vantage Media, Trapped RGV, and Fred Rodriguez, the Texas Sportsman. Hey, don't forget, get your tickets to the William Beckman concert at Las Palmas Racetrack in Mission. That show is Friday, June 19th. Get your tickets now for William Beckman. Now it's time to introduce our guest. I met this gentleman at the University Draft House, I think probably a couple years ago, and really nice guy. I found him intriguing. I found him professional. I found him to have a good grasp on the field he is in. And when I mentioned to associates and partners and friends that I was having automotive transmission guest on as my or automotive transmission expert on as my guest, I got a lot of whys, and I get it. But I guess the main reason why is, like I said, I found him very informative. I found that he cares about you and your vehicle and trying to get the most out of it. And really, the other reason is this is our podcast. I could literally interview a pencil eraser if I wanted to. So please welcome Junior. How you doing, mijo?
Good, man. Good.
All right. Good. So all I remember, your name is Junior. What's your last name?
De la Torre.
De la Torre. So your real name is Henry, right?
Bernardo.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean,
Bernardo De la Torre.
Yeah.
Okay. And your dad is Hank.
Yeah, that's my stepdad, but he's my father.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So we met one night there at University Draft House, and we started talking. You told me what you do, and you do transmissions. Now, most people would be kind of dismissive about that. Oh, he does transmissions. But the more I thought about it, I started thinking there's a lot of things going on today with the modern-day transmission. So I visited your shop one time. It's in Alamo?
In Edinburgh, Alamo Road.
Okay, Alamo Road in Edinburgh. And I went over there to see what the shop was all about. And while I was there, you took a look at my Tacoma, and you said it's pretty much good to go. Of course, it's a 2015, so it may come up with some issues. But while I was there, I just saw that your shop was full of broken down transmissions.
Yep.
And these aren't transmissions from like a 67 Impala. These are transmissions from modern-day vehicles. Talk about the state of those transmissions, what you're doing with them, because I'm telling you, as my listener, I would suggest you try to find Junior here and go look what he does. They have carts, and each cart has a total transmission on it, and bits and pieces, and it's just it's crazy. So talk about the state of those transmissions when they're on that cart, all broken down and shit.
So when the customer comes in, I mean, the first thing, they come in for a reason, right? They come in because they're having problems with their vehicle. So the first things first, everything's electrical nowadays.
Yeah.
Software updates. So the first thing is to bring it in get the customer in, check it out, put it on our scanner, see what codes it has. Make sure it's not something electrical. Make sure it's going to be something inside the transmission, not going to be something software. Now the new Fords, man, they have software updates, every month.
Yeah.
And that's something that the dealership sometimes does. Sometimes they don't do it. So, once the customer brings their transmission in, their vehicle in, we check it out. If it ends up being something mechanical, that's when we do our process. Drop it, open it up, and we know exactly what it's going to take to fix it.
What would it take to get a transmission to precision? What your company's precision
gear transmission?
Precision gear and transmission. What would have to happen to a new car's transmission for it to end up in your shop?
A lot of things. Nowadays the newest vehicle that we've had, you're talking about like a 2025 that they've had, 60,000 miles on them. They'll start bucking, they'll start overheating. They do all kinds of crazy things.
But that's not owner negligence, is it? Or
no.
Okay.
On the newer vehicles, on the 10 speeds, those are more mechanical failure on the engineering side.
I got you.
They got a drum in there. On the Chevys and the Fords, the transmissions inside internally are the exact same.
Okay.
The only thing that changes is the
exact
valve body.
Same, Chevy and Ford.
Mm-hmm. On the 10 speeds.
So what's going on now with the new companies that are pushing now that you have to take them to the dealership?
Yeah, so now they do the extended warranty, not the extended warranties, I'm sorry. The recalls.
Uh-huh.
So that they don't get sued, right?
Okay.
So all they do is replace the valve body.
So they have to take it to the dealership if they get that notification.
If they're within their mileage.
I got you.
Which is usually 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
So they'll take it to the dealer, get their recall done, and all they do is replace the valve body, which has a lot of issues. They replace it. It works for a while. Then it messes up again.
Are the Hondas and Toyotas and Nissans more immune to this, or?
Nissans, they still have that CVT in it. So it's a whole different ball game than a regular transmission.
Okay.
That's a more of a
Is
pulley
that
system.
good? Is that a good thing, or the CVT?
Those CVT transmissions, that's more of a failure of a lack of maintenance.
Okay. So operator headspace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, on those, I recommend changing the oil here in the valley, every spring, right before the summer.
Okay.
Because that oil is kind of like water.
Yeah.
It's really, really thin.
Not much viscosity left to it.
So with the heat, you lose the viscosity.
But isn't it something that none of us think about that? I never do.
I had a customer just yesterday. He said he got his transmission replaced. He has a 2024 Ram. Oh, wow. He got it replaced.
Wow.
He got it replaced from the dealership. He uses it for hot shots, right?
Yeah.
He got it replaced from the dealership. He already put 100,000 miles on it.
Okay.
We have it in. We're going to take it apart. He asked me, he's like, how often do I have to change the oil? I was like, the way you drive it, about 30,000, every 30,000 miles. He's like, oh, I've never changed it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, and it was a 2024.
2024.
And he's putting 100,000 miles on it.
Yeah, he uses it a hot shot. He drives it, up and down Texas, all the way out of state.
Well, is that 30,000 miles because of the stress he's putting on it?
The stress and the heat, like I said, it loses its viscosity.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about a 2014 Ford Focus. What do you think?
The Focus, they have the dual clutch transmissions.
Yeah.
They have the dual clutch transmissions. Those
horrible, huh?
They're good. They don't mess up necessarily inside the transmission. It's the clutch that messes up.
Yeah, I had one before, and it just
I had a customer
horrible.
actually come in 2 weeks ago where she brought it in that it wasn't working, that it was slipping.
Yeah.
She brought it in. I went ahead and did a relearn on it, and it worked. But whenever on our scanners, it goes into detail and everything. We do our relearns. It tells you how much life is left on that clutch. So, they're programmed to work for as long as they're within the range. So once that clutch gets worn out, you do the relearn again. It's going to work for a while till the clutch completely gives away.
Yeah.
I had that car in the shop for most of the time because of the clutch. It was horrible.
Yeah, and the thing is, on the DCTs, on those, especially the Fords, you have to program them when you do it. You also have to align the clutch right. If you don't align it right, it'll vibrate on you, and it'll feel like if it's a motor mount or something.
Yeah.
So it was a differential transmission on all four, or just the two, or how was that?
What was that?
On the Ford Focus? They had a different transmission on each, or it was just one?
No, they changed the clutch on it, and they got it replaced at another shop. They changed the clutch on it. They didn't do the relearn on it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I got a friend up in Fort Worth, Pete Collins. I admire him so much because he will not take his car to the shop. He'll do it himself. But he's probably not dealing with if he did anything on the transmission. I mean, how many parts are in a modern day transmission?
It all depends on which transmission it is, you know?
Yeah.
That's why the way we do it, once we have it open, we know exactly what's messed up, right? So we have the customer come back so they can see exactly.
You show them.
We show them. We like to do a show and tell, you know?
Yeah.
We like to be as transparent as we can.
Do you ever record this while you're doing it?
You know what? We haven't, but I'd like to start making some videos. People all over the world work on transmissions.
You should, man, because I've seen some people do it and how they take the whole motor out and they do it at slow motion, and it just, wow.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people's attention spans nowadays, they like seeing something that's going to keep them occupied.
Yeah.
And it's fun taking them apart.
Yeah.
Going back together.
Where did you learn this?
My dad. I mean, my dad's done this he's 50, turning 51 this year.
Okay.
He's done it since he was like 16 years old.
And do you like doing this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then there's that one car that's a little frustrating. You can't find, you know,
what it is exactly.
Especially now because, like I said, everything's electrical.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes it's, you know, a little bit of a headache, but I mean, I love what we do.
Are there any red flags that the average driver should look for, knowing that something's going to happen down the road, or is it that when it happens, boom, it happens?
Overheating. A lot of people don't pay attention on the newer cars. I mean, you can see your transmission temperature. A lot of them they don't pay attention. They don't know they have it on there. You know, little hard shifts. A shutter is what it's called, torque converter shutter.
Okay.
It'll kind of feel like you're going on the rumble strips.
Yeah.
When you're going out of town. It'll kind of feel like that.
Wow,
it'll sound like that.
That noticeable, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So the average Joe, how often should they?
Depending on your mileage, I'd say every like 30,000 miles.
Oh wow.
You know, a lot of people they don't pay attention to. They don't care to change the oil on the transmission. They're like, no, you know, it's meant to last. Or they heard that, once you change the fluid, it's gonna mess it up. But it's like anything. It's just like the way you change your engine oil. You got to change the oil in the transmission.
Yeah.
Not as, you know, regular, right? You know, every 5,000 miles, but every 30,000 miles, I'd recommend.
I think I need to change mine now.
I guarantee you, if you're not scared after this visit with Junior here, your head's in the sand.
You imagine driving out of town and just
golly, get on that road over to Brady, Texas, and you break down and there's no one around.
Yeah, and then you got that tow truck, and then you're stuck. You're stuck.
And things just start compiling. You got the tow truck, you got the hotel, you got the rental, you have the grief of having to leave your car somewhere. I mean,
time wasted.
Yeah, I mean the frustration. I wasn't going to get into this, but I might as well just because we have you here. Thank you. Costs.
It depends on the damage. You know, we get a lot of calls. You know, what's it going to take to fix? Just for an example, 2005 Sierra.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me take a guess. Between 4,000 and 5,000 or more.
Wait, it's until you open it up you find out.
So, I can tell you a ballpark what it should be, right?
Yeah.
But there's hard parts in there that are normally good, but sometimes there's a rare occasion that they
go bad.
If I were to tell you it's going to cost you $2,500 out the door without even looking at the truck, you don't even have it, and it's more damage than I thought, I'm lying to you.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, that's why a lot of customers don't like it, because we don't give you a price.
Well, it is what it is. Yeah. You can't tell me $2,500 and then
it's just like, I mean, you go to the doctor, right? You have something wrong with you.
Yeah.
They have to do tests, right? And the transmission is the same way. We have to open it up because we don't have no X-rays to see what's inside there.
So do you have any coupons?
We got the family friends discount. So.
Hey, we're talking with Junior with Precision Gear Transmissions. All right, I've been to his shop, and look, man, I'm going to tell you, if this visit, first of all, knowing I and Billy, we don't use notes. We're not reading a set of questions. We're we're just scatter shooting here, and but I definitely wanted to get him on to give you a warning, to warn you about your transmission. So when I was in there, I was talking to Hank, and I think he said one of the transmissions that was all tore apart. You know, I'm telling you, based on what I saw, it looked like thousands of shims and screws and bushings and all kinds of stuff in there. But I think he was working on a relatively new Corvette, and I think it was a manual transmission. Y'all do those too?
Yeah, we do manual. I mean, manual, they're easy. They're easier.
They're
easier. You need special tools for them, obviously, right? But less parts. They're more all hard parts, actual gears.
Yeah.
You know, the automatics, they're all mostly clutches and steels and stuff.
So let me ask you something. Is there a big difference when you have a small compact car to a midsize or larger car transmissions?
Most of the time, they're the same transmission. Like if you were to get like a, just a Chevy Equinox to like a Impala, they're basically the same. It's just the way to pull them out is a little different.
I've seen some where they say it's a 4-cylinder, but then it turns to a 6-cylinder. Is that a difference on the transmission as well, or it's all the same?
No, the same. The same.
Okay.
Just depends on the make, right? The make. Sometimes the transmissions will change a little bit, but yeah, they're pretty much the same.
And do you work on? Do you like working better on those classic cars than the newer cars?
You know what? They're easier to work on. They're simpler. Yeah. They're cool when they're nice.
There's not a lot of wiring.
There's not. Everything's mechanical. It's not electrical like like the 2024s. And
can you still find parts for those old cars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
New or from the junkyard?
So I have a buddy in Houston. He has he buys parts. He buys whole transmissions from the junkyard. Okay. And he'll open them up and he'll take all the good parts and he'll put them on there.
Like cannibalize it.
Yeah.
Cannibalize it. This is Gary Rodriguez and Noe Ayala. We're doing the show without Billy Santiago today because, as I said in the beginning, Billy took a tumble. He's working on one paw right now, but
don't worry about Billy. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, that's right. Noe, what's up with you, man?
My knee just gave out, man.
Oh golly,
it's the weather.
yeah, that's right. It is the weather. Tell you what, man. Junior is with Precision Gear Transmission. Mm-hmm. Tell us how to contact you.
Facebook, Google. We have our phone number 956-310-2167. I mean, day or night, you can call us, send us a message, WhatsApp, whatever y'all need.
How's your workload? Because when I was there, like I said, I probably saw about 15 broken down transmissions.
Yeah. No, I mean, we do pretty good. We try to have the vehicle there not longer than a week.
Okay.
Sometimes depending on the parts.
Well, that ain't bad. A week, yeah.
We try not to go over 2 weeks. Just depending on the parts.
So if the car still has the warranty, obviously the dealership is the best place to go for that?
If they have a dealership warranty, yes.
Okay.
Extended warranties, it doesn't matter. I mean, we work with extended warranties.
Oh, you will, and then you'll charge the warranty.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
it's a less headache. A lot of shops don't like working with extended warranties just because. I mean, it's like an insurance. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay to get it fixed.
Right. So the cars that I think, I guess everybody drives Toyota,
Lamborghini.
Honda.
Lamborghini.
Yeah. Not here. Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, Nissan. Those are pretty dependable cars?
Nissans are good. They're good transmissions. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Just lack of maintenance. Lack of maintenance is what kills them.
And that's incumbent on the owner.
On the owner, yes.
Yeah.
Now, granted, not everything's going to last forever.
Yeah.
Right? Lack of maintenance, and then there's the luck of the draw. Sometimes there's a mechanical failure.
Yeah.
But on the Nissans, it really is lack of maintenance. I mean, you can drive it.
What should somebody who owns a Nissan do if they're listening right now and they haven't changed their oil or had it even looked at?
Change it.
Change the oil. Is that something people can do by themselves, or they need to go somewhere that will?
You could. There is a special procedure, like to fill it up.
Okay.
You have to have it running.
It fills from the bottom now, right or no? Or is that just my Tacoma?
No, that's just your Tacoma.
Okay.
But depending on the model. But yeah, they'll fill from the bottom. They don't have no dipstick. You have to have the car running. Have it up to temp.
Yeah.
You have a little plug on there. You got to make sure it's.
How long does it take to do that? Just to change,
to do a service?
Yeah.
About 2 hours.
2 hours.
And a lot of people will tell you on the Nissans that there's no serviceable filter.
Yeah.
There is.
There is.
There is. A lot of shops won't do it. They won't change it out.
Will you?
Yeah. Yes.
Good.
Yes, we recommend
we
doing
go.
it because once you drop the pan, you can see how good the inside is. If there's metal shavings in there,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna have problems later on.
Yeah.
What about Teslas? Do they have transmissions or
No,
they don't have a transmission?
no.
They don't have a transmission?
Mm-mm.
What do they do?
They have little motors.
Have you worked on one?
No, I
No?
haven't. I haven't.
Because
Because there's nothing. Well, what can I work on?
there's nothing that you do that you could
Yeah.
do there.
I mean, I could do the suspension and stuff, but we prioritize transmissions.
I got you.
You know.
Is there a brand that is susceptible to trouble or not really? Or is it just, like you said earlier, luck of the draw?
The 10 speeds, which is right now it's Chevy and Ford.
Okay.
And it's just the luck of the draw.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll last 150 miles. I've had some come in with 50,000 miles.
Okay.
So
Does a transmission, say a 2022 transmission, does it have a set lifespan or will it go forever? I'm just trying to figure things out here.
it could go forever. It just depends. Depends how you drive it. Depends how well you take care of it.
Yeah.
There's sometimes where customers, they drive it like a baby. They'll have a lifted truck and everything. They drive it like a little sedan.
Yeah. Let me ask you another question about Jettas or Passats. Do you like working on those
Yeah,
transmissions?
those. Oh man, I could pull those out in like an hour.
Really?
Yeah,
Those are a lot better,
yeah,
easier, right?
They're easier.
Yeah.
They're easier to work on. Parts are expensive.
Really? Yeah.
Parts are expensive. I had
I think just to check, it was $2,500 at paying Volkswagen down there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Yeah, I had a Kia Soul that came in. The little cube.
Yeah.
We found what was wrong with it. That part, I had the part number and everything. I called all the dealerships all over the United States. They couldn't get that part.
Really?
I ended up getting it from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, gosh.
Yep.
Wow.
A $30 part.
Saudi Arabia.
$30 part
Yeah.
is what messed up that.
Wow.
Well, and then I paid the shipping,
Everything.
and the tariffs. It came out to like $100.
Let me ask you something too. Do you have like 1 week there'll be all Chevys? that are
Oh
missing out?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah,
No, because
it is.
Yeah, I used to work for a heavy machinery, and one time a bulldozer broke down, and then all week you had bulldozers,
yeah.
and then
Oh,
the next
God.
week were backhoes, and the following week was something else.
Yeah,
So-
and then it's like it's like certain transmissions. Like sometimes we'll
Yeah.
get the 10 speeds, sometimes
Yeah.
we'll get the 8 speeds.
It's like
the whole
dice
week.
falling.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Holy
you're like,
mackerel.
they just come like in a wave, and it's crazy.
Let me ask you this. At what point would you, I don't know if I'm wording this the right way, but when do you say you need a new transmission, and how much is a new transmission?
So we won't know if you need a new one, based off your wallet, right? How much are you going to spend? Is it going to be cheaper for you to rebuild it?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be more?
That's a good question.
You
Let me ask you this. Can every transmission be rebuilt?
Everything can be rebuilt.
What
But
is the most important thing of the transmission? The housing, where everything's inside of that, or
Well,
what if you screw that up?
Yeah, you have to get another transmission then.
I got
if you break the case.
Yeah, the case,
I mean,
yeah.
you need another.
What would cause that? Hitting something really bad, like bottoming out?
I have a 2020 2500 right now that it blew up. The whole torque converter blew up and everything.
dog.
It cracked the case.
Really?
So that it was a software update issue. So it had a problem where it goes from 7th gear and it'll throw you all the way to 1st gear.
Oh.
So he was going 70 miles an hour.
And then it went to 10 miles an hour.
and it real quick.
Holy
I had
mackerel.
I had a Ford Probe, and on the fourth gear, I go in the 5th, it just kick it all back.
Yeah.
I was like, damn you.
That is crazy. Hey, let's do some housekeeping here. Our sponsors are just amazing, and a lot of them been with us for a long time. We got to recognize the Texas sportsman, Fred Rodriguez, recognized by the Texas Senate as the premier hunting and fishing guide in South Texas. The Texas sportsman, got to have it. Also, Vantage Media. We are so pleased that they are with us. Vantage Media, trusted by over 100 businesses and service providers, including Hacienda Ford, D-Tronics, and attorney Leah Wise. Vantage Media offers you website design, social media expertise, and successful advertising campaigns to put you front and center on TV, radio, and the World Wide Web. VantageMedia.com. And a big shout out to Trapped RGV Escape Rooms. Can you work with friends and family to solve the puzzle necessary to free yourself from a live action escape room in 1 hour? I think you can. I'm going to help you. Be the first to text me, Trapped RGV, right there, Trapped RGV, to 956-225-6397, and you will get a 6-pack of tickets to Trapped RGV. Trapped RGV is great for corporate team building events, private parties, and date night with your favorite person. Get your free 6-pack of tickets by texting Trapped RGV to 956-225-6397. And once again, Ward Thomas and Majestic Studios.
Thank you,
Ward, thank you so much. If you're ready to record your next hit record, why not do it here at Majestic Studios, 2037 Orchid Avenue, McAllen, Texas. Thank you, Ward, for your continued support of the Living Large Theater podcast. Right now, we're talking to Junior. He's with Precision Gear Transmission. They are in Edinburgh, Texas, and we want you to put a little priority and urgency on at least, if you don't go to Junior, I'm sure he's fine with that. But if you want to go to Junior in Edinburgh, we'll show you how to get there again. But these transmissions, they're not easy. They're not your dad's or even your grandpa's transmissions. What would you say to the average operator right now, even if they're in a relatively new car?
Just pay attention to your temperature. Pay attention to your transmission temperature, not your.
So that
engine.
comes out now
on most vehicles, yes.
Really?
Yeah, and if you've never gotten your transmission service, go ahead and service it.
Okay, with you?
With me, with whoever you want to take it to.
What is something you won't do? I mean, obviously we talked about the Teslas. You don't touch them because they don't have a transmission. What do they have? Just a drive shaft?
It just has little motors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Motorcycles?
Motorcycles?
Yeah.
I haven't worked on one.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Gary,
But-
you want to volunteer your bike?
No, I'm good for now.
Yeah, but I mean, we work on anything. A lot of people here in the valley, they don't work on Nissans. They don't like necessarily working on them.
Yeah.
Just because they probably don't understand them.
Yeah.
Or Volkswagen.
But y'all
too.
do.
Or Volkswagens.
But y'all understand Nissans and
Yeah.
VWs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're simple.
You know
It's
what?
just
I'm
the
glad you
tools.
brought that up. What's the difference between Precision Gear Transmission and Beto's transmission over there on 5 Mile Line?
We're real transparent in what we do.
Okay.
You know, we like to have you come back to see your transmission torn apart, to see what it takes to fix it.
Yeah.
You know, you see a lot of people, they'll say, "Oh, I don't even know what I'm looking at." Well,
Yeah.
you know, we do.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I saw that, and I had no idea. It looked like just a bunch of round things and shims and metal.
Where does this go?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not even just just changing clutches out or changing the O-rings out. It's you got to change bushings out. You got to put the correction kits that go in them. You know, they're meant to solve a lot of the problems. Ford now they sell updated parts for the 10 speeds
Okay.
to prevent failure.
Have y'all
in the
ever
future.
contacted Ford and say, "Hey, we're finding this in some of your cars"?
So
or?
they know about it already. They know about it already,
Okay.
but they just don't. I mean, it's not their problem anymore because it goes over the warranty.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
put a little patch on it. And
They'll
Yeah.
say, "Go to
No,
Precision
that's-
Gear
yeah,
Transmission."
So that's why they have the recalls, to
Yeah.
fix the problems that's the people still have warranty. They do it.
Close us out, Junior. Give us where you are, how we can get in touch with you, and how you can help people keep taking their kids to soccer practice, getting to work, or getting to school without that big bill of a transmission redo.
Yeah, so you can look us up on Google, Facebook, Precision Gear Transmission and Automotive. We're in 3106 South Alamo Road, Edinburgh, Texas. or you can call us at 956-310-2167.
Boom. Junior, thanks for coming in. I think I have time to mention our sponsors one more time. Ward Thomas, Vantage Media, Trapped RGV, and Fred Rodriguez, the Texas Sportsman. This is the Living Large Theater Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. And trust me, check out that transmission.